I'm from UK. My name is Ranganathan Ramamurthy. Basically, I'm from South India. Come from a very orthodox Brahminical family with have a lot of rituals and having a background about Krishna and other things. We used to celebrate Radha Krishna marriages. After hearing Maharaj's lectures, then I saw a clarity, more clarity into it and more depth into understanding of whatever I have been doing. Small doubts and other things which are creeping up now and then, they all gone. So Maharaj's emphasis was more on mind and root dhyan and sort of a thing. So there are rituals which I used to do, but those rituals maybe, as used to say that, not mentally involved, and those rituals are all by hand and mouth chanting. After listening to Maharaj, those rituals have been converted into mentally involvement, and especially when you do in the morning dhyana and sandhyavandan and other thing, you do Gayatri Javam. Those time and all the root dhyana automatically comes because of Maharaj's influence. So then slowly developed an attachment, and They never know about the Prem Bhakti, always going on a Kamya Bhakti, and you go and pray to the Lord for the purpose of whatever we want to have it. Never known the concept of Nishkamya and Ananya Bhakti and all those things. For quite some time, even Ananya Bhakti was very difficult because the culture where I come from, I used to pray to Lord Shiva, my family deities, Shanmuga. So there was a bit of a conflict. Over a period, those conflicts are all gone. And once again, by Maharaj. These things, I have to say, Maharaj works from inside. You do listen to that, he never gets such into it, and he keeps on working over a period. And I had changed a lot during this period of 8 years. And without any difficulty, I'm able to follow my old practices along with Maharaj's, and without any conflict at all. That is one of the title for Maharaj is Samanvaya. It means he reconciled the various concepts of philosophies and bring it that I can see the transformation happen to me itself. It is not my effort, neither I just listen to him. Over a period, it automatically reveals inside yourself. Those differences goes away and you start following totally towards without leaving your existing principles also, because you were able to mingle with this and that together. Of course, I came here before Maharaj ascended back to his abode, and in 2012 I came, and after that frequently I was coming, but only for a short visit, not for staying back long. So I came in, and that day Maharaj, that night they sung a doha for us, that people who have come from far away, and Aja, then we will give you, the happiness of Prem Bhakti sort of a thing. So that is, he was inviting us that we had taken such a pain to come all the way from England to see him. So he was welcoming us and he was going to give. So then it started, and it's like when the sea is very silent, you don't get scared at all. And when he's playing with you, you don't get scared. When you start going deep into the sea, the fear comes in. Likewise, Maharaj was very friendly with everybody. He hugs and talks and he jokes and do this, that and all. You never get a fear, never get that kind of uncha respect, what you call. But that once you started knowing him more and more and more, and that kind of transformation that he makes in you, and started making you to cry whenever you listen some of the pad and other thing, you start understanding the meaning of it. Tears rolls in your eyes, and you feel, then the respect comes in, that the fear comes in, and you feel such a big thing you got in hand, and how can you be so negligent and ignorant of it, and not giving due respect what is needed. It was really such a kind of experiences that I had. Then after that, earlier I used to go and meet him. महाराज जी, मुझे आप भूलने के नहीं क्यों भूल जाते हैं? मेरा नाम रंगनाथ, पहले भी आया था, आप भूल जाते हैं. तो हंसता था. दूसरा बार मैंने बोला, मुझे थोड़ा कृपा करना है, मेरा नाम. उसने जवाब दिया, मेरा नाम तो कृपालु है, तुम कृपा क्या देने का है सर? So but I was jokingly talking without having that kind of such a reverence that should be given to Jagadguru. I would go one step ahead of it, saying, he himself says Hari Guru is one and the same. He is a Brahman itself. In the sense, Anirvachaniyam Brahma Swarupam, that you can't really define Brahma. Similarly, you can't really define Maharaji at all. tear will start flowing in once you see him, and once you listen to him, once you listen to his songs and other thing, how he is singing. So the transformation happens. So then it continued. After that, I have been coming to the sadhana. Sadhana has been really, really good. In sadhana, one thing not many people give the samkshept philosophy of entire scriptures in one way, like Maharaj. But I can't say that. I should not be saying that also. It is like a torch is trying to show where the sun is. My knowledge is very, very limited, and I just can't say anything about Maharaj either in pricing way too. So I am incapable to do that job. That is the reason. But when you listen to all other people comparatively, when you can't even compare, when you listen to all the people, because I have listened to quite a lot of lectures from many areas, many people, the clarity, and after that you will never have doubts at all for anything. But other people do advise. The other people also similarly advise that you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. Antakaran saaf karo, ye karo, so Bhagavad Dhyan karo. Ye sab bolte rehte hain. All the time you got to think about Lord. Most of the people do tell, but you do not know how to do that. To do that, you have to be like the person who is in that place having this kind of difficulties. Maharaj is not like us at all. He is totally, as I said to you, he is a Brahman. There is a flawless. We have in Tamil, Kurayandru Milla Govinda. That means the Govindan is the only one who doesn't have any fault at all. He is a Purna Brahma. So he is like, when he is like that, whereas I am having a lot of faults. To bring me up, how do you do that? I always think about it, the mother holds the hands of the child and try to write, how to write A or how to write A. So the same way he is taking through that. This sadhana camp is doing that exactly. I'm never able to get up in the morning at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning. He makes us to get up. Never a minute he gives us for us to think about any other thing. Continuously the programs are made in such a way that you are always thinking about Hari Guru and their Kripa and what is the importance of this life and why we should not miss even a single minute on other thing. So those kind of stimulation in mind and physically activity also involved in that. So it makes you to take you the path, at least during this 1 month, the effect of that will be there for at least for another 10 days or 15 days, because we are all going for work and other thing. Slowly the routine gets changed. But that effect continues to be there for some more time, and you start doing the kirtan and the routine, following it up. And the antakara cleaning, that is the mind cleaning, is happening 100%. There is no doubt at all. The many times everybody, most of the devotees, not only, most of the devotees, when they cry, you feel very light with yourself. Then the Sadguna Bhava comes in more. That is only possible when you sit in the kirtan and listen to the pad and listen to Maharajis and Pracharaks and all those things. To aid all these things, beautiful Sadhvik food, such a Sadhvik food, and it is, you get it 4 times, so you never overfill your stomach, because of which you don't sleep also. This otherwise in life you eat 1 time in the morning, then eat only evening, you overfill yourself and the improper practices. So the camp, that sadhanas, it helps us to make us to come to that level. And as I told you, other people give 1 time advices. There are genuine advices which should be followed. But a child does not know how to get up. I tell the child, get up and walk. It cannot walk. So somebody has to hold the hand and walk it through. And that is what this Maharaj does through this sadhana severe, and is really, really helpful. And people should spend more time to come over here and spend more time and to get themselves routinized and cleaned up their mind. Once we go, all this sadhguru comes and love flowing up everywhere, and you never talk with a very rude word to anybody. But the same thing 10 days back or 5 days back, I would have definitely talked, and I would have definitely got angry for some of the things, get sanchalam in the mind because of somebody will happen, this, that, or not. Once you come over here, it all calm down, and that is because of his effect, plus the way in which he makes us to do the practice here, and without a pain. Another thing is that, telling the people to do as a command is different, and order is different, but by naturally making them to do is different, that's what's happening here. So you don't feel the hurt of, you have been ordered to do, or you have been commanded to do. There are some rules and regulations, but the rules are not very, look like an order or command. So the way, the method that is being used, and the ways that have been told, and the circumstances and the environment that is being created are all beautiful. Besides the core element of the philosophical knowledge, theoretical knowledge, plus in addition to that heart melting pad and other thing, making you to realize that is a really beautiful one. Yeah, in today morning also, we start with our early morning prayer with, that prayer was so beautiful, though it is not enough Sankirtan, it is in a prose form, such a beautiful prose form. One cannot really miss that. Every time the Sankirtan was starting with the Dainya Madhuri. Most of the times, many people will cry on Dainya Madhuri because really bringing into your heart exactly what you are. Today morning also there was a pad from Premras Madhira, and Maharaj has written in such a way that is as if he is a patitan in each and every follicles of hair. There are thousands of Ajamil is there. Ajamil is really a biggest sinner in Bhagavata stories it comes. So he claimed himself to be the thousands of Ajamlas in his room, whereas Bhagavan has got in his room thousands of Brahmandas are there. So I am such a patitan, with my things I will be really burning the entire world. So you have to find a solution. I cannot recover. There are many people who have come and told to me to rectify myself, but I have never rectified at all. But I am like this. And so you have to only do something about that. Is a prayer to Thakurji. But here only this comparison came to me in my mind. The mother holding the hand of the baby and writing down. Maharaji, this path is not at all for Maharaji. Though it is written by him, it is not for him. It is exactly for person like me. Nothing but person like me. So he knows me that I have to pray like this. He compose those kind of kirtan and makes me to sing that. When I am singing that, I realize the meaning of it. It automatically touches me and cleans my heart also, cleans my mind also. It is really, really beautiful way of doing this. That's what I told you. Holding the hand through the kirtan, he makes us to realize that how we have to improve upon that. Though it is not necessary for him to do that. So that morning till we do lot of kirtan. Many kirtans are so much meaningful, make you to realize and makes you to go towards the path of his philosophies and doing things. Just now before I came in Maharaj's lectures, some Leela composition about Balram and Krishna has been fighting for butter. It is simply, if you look at it, it's a Leela of two children fighting for butter. But the philosophy behind that was extremely great, and how Maharaji was connecting that philosophy to this was just with having one small word called Sukhdam. The dham is a place where you get more happiness. So for that you started peeling like an onion, It takes one word, from that you keep on feeling that first layer and second layer, and keeps going into deeper and deeper and deeper in philosophy to the small incidents of that. That's so beautiful. So likewise, many, every time, not many, all the time that kind of paths are coming, and love to listen to those kind of paths, and especially comes from Maharaj's word, it is great. I generally go and do pranam to Didi, and always think like this, when Lord descends, he brings all his parivar along with him. All these people are all greatest people. We do not know exactly whom they represent, how they represent, and all those things. So with that kind of respect, I approach them. I don't approach them as Maharaj's daughter or anything like that. So they are all Maharaj's parivar, which has descended from over there. I leave it at that point.
साधना दीदी ऐसा है कि ऐसी साधना हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अलावा और कहीं हम देखे नहीं, ना हुआ है ना हो रहा है. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि ये साधना एक यूनिक, जो महाराज जी ने बहुत पहले स्टार्ट किए थे कार्तिक के महीने में जो होता है रूप ध्यान के लिए. यहाँ आकर जो हमने देखे हैं, जो महाराज जी को प्रत्यक्ष देखे हैं यहाँ भक्ति धाम में लीला करते हुए, तो वो सब यहाँ आने के बाद और भी रूप ध्यान में इजी होता है. जो हमको बेस्ट पार्ट मुझे लगता है कि जो संसार में हम नहीं कर पाते, घर के काम के साथ साथ जो साधना हम वहाँ नहीं कर पाते, वो यहाँ इतने अच्छे से होता है. और महाराज जी की कृपा से सबका यही अनुभव है कि धाम में रहकर महाराज जी की प्रत्यक्ष परोक्ष सानिध्य में ज़्यादा आसान हो जाता है साधना, रूप ध्यान. और धाम में धामी का नित्य निवास जो होता है, इसलिए उनकी कृपा से रूप ध्यान बहुत अच्छा होता है.
यहाँ का जो ऑरा है उसकी गरिमा ही अलग है. यहाँ बैठ के हम जो साथ में भजन गाते हैं, महाराज जी को जो याद करते हैं, ऐसे फील होता है कि हम महाराज जी के साथ हैं. और वो जो गरिमा है ना, एक स्पिरिचुअलिटी वो बहुत ही मतलब सुंदर है. हमें एक आगे के लेवल पे पहुंचा रहा है. ये समझाने की कोशिश कर रहा है कि हमारी आत्मा को परमात्मा से कैसे जुड़ाना है. जो बार बार महाराज जी कहते हैं कि रूप ध्यान करो, मन से स्मरण करो, तो इसकी तरफ मुझे खुशी है कि मैं बढ़ती जा रही हूँ. और जब भी यहाँ पे आती हूँ उसकी फीलिंग बहुत ही अलग है. ये पूरा जो महाराज जी ने बनाया है, मैं काफ़ी सालों से जुड़ी हुई हूँ यहाँ पे, पर अभी जब मैं देखती हूँ तो मतलब टोटल मतलब गरिमा ही अलग है. ऐसे लगता है कि कहाँ हम ऐसे स्वर्ग में ही आ गए हैं तकरीबन, ऐसी अनुभूति होती है. और जब सब मिलके भजन गाते हैं तो ऐसे लगता है कि जो ज़रूरत है जीवन में उसको हम प्राप्त करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. मुझे तो ऐसे लगता है कि मैं, क्योंकि एजुकेशन से जुड़ी हुई हूँ, तो मेरी तो अभी नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी नहीं निकली है, तो मुझे तो लगता है कि ये कोर्स में होना चाहिए बच्चों के. तो बच्चों को बचपन से ये मिलना चाहिए.
बहुत दिया, बहुत मन है, जो कोई अवतार में किसी ने नहीं दिया होगा, वो महाराज जी ने दिए.
Yeah, so I met Maharaj Ji. Well, I was introduced to satsang for the first time when I was 8 years old. And then I met Maharaj Ji for the first time when I was 9. So in 2006. Since then, this is the first year actually that I've been able to come to the sadhana program, because I was always in school. So just now finishing up graduate school, this was the first time where I was like, hey, I can actually come to the sadhana program. And it's already been just amazing. Just getting to spend time with Vivis. And the schedule is extremely great. Amazing kirtan sessions, really interesting lectures, getting to watch Maharajji's lectures. Even like today's picnic in the old Sadhana Bhavan. Just, I don't know, just feels like being back home. And so I've been fortunate to come to Mangar 4 or 5 times before, but never for a sadhana program. And it's just, really exciting to be here during the program. It's the easiest place to do it by far. I've always felt that since the first time I was here. When Maharaj was here, there's just something about being in Mangar that makes it so much easier to do it. No, I mean, Maharaj makes it really easy to do Rup Dhyan in Mangar, which, is his grace for sure. No, I think they're just extremely, Maharaj's composed all of these kirtans himself and the tunes and everything. And so it's just magical, really. I don't know, it makes me like, we get goosebumps sitting in the hall, just listening and having everybody there, trying to do Rup Dhyan as well. I think everybody builds on the excitement of everybody else, and it makes it a lot easier and just such a fun environment to sit and do kirtan and sadhana. The very first time I was in Mangar, and my very first time in Bhakti Dham. So I was maybe 9 or 10 years old, and we had just walked in to do darshan. And so Maharaj had left in his electric scooter, and I was just so transfixed by the murti. I just kept staring. I was like, this is my first time in this beautiful mandir. I kept staring, and then all of a sudden so Maharaj came down the ramp on the right side of the mandir, and all of a sudden somebody came in running and looking for me. Basically temple had cleared out. I was just looking at the murti. He's like, come, Maharaj's looking for you. And so I remember walking out the right side of the temple, and it's it's just me looking at Maharaj. Everybody had cleared to the side. He's like, well, chota bacha kahan hai? He was looking for me, and I walked down and he gave me a huge hug sitting in his chair. It was just amazing. Every time I walk into the mandir, I just think of that, my very first time in there. He knew. He was just look, enjoy, and he's like, come on, now we go, and back to the hall. I think especially in times of adversity, just really remembering Maharaj is with me all the time is extremely helpful. I think so, just remembering and understanding that Maharaj is always with us is something that I'm trying to practice more. I think it's a lot easier, for example, when you're in a place like Mangar where you're around and surrounded by him all the time. But that's definitely something that, everything is happening for a reason because he wants it to, and that he's with me all the time. I would say is definitely what I'm actively trying to be better at. But being here definitely helps.
तो यहाँ पे जो स्टार्टिंग से जो शुरुआत से हम देखते हैं कि जो टाइम टेबल जो है, सुबह उठ के कीर्तन करना, फिर आरती करना, फिर बराबर टाइम पे सब नियोजन जो है ब्रेकफास्ट का, फिर वापस कीर्तन करना, सात्विक खाना जो है, महाराज जी ने यहाँ पे सब सुविधा दी हुई है लोगों को, साधकों को. किसी बात की कमी नहीं है यहाँ पे. बस साधक ने बस अपनी पूर्ति, अपनी आत्मा को आगे बढ़ाना है. ये साधक ने खुद जो महाराज कह रहे हैं हर साधक को कि तुम आगे बढ़ो. कौन से स्पीड से बढ़ते हो, साइकिल के स्पीड से या एरोप्लेन के स्पीड से? ये जो कह रहे हैं ना महाराज जी, उन्होंने सब सुविधा दे दी है, भोजन सब करके रखा हुआ है महाराज जी ने. और सब सात्विक लोग, सात्विक मन, ये सब पूरा ही जो मेल है ना, अब मैं इसको शब्दों में कैसे कहूँ? You can understand, it's really difficult to tell in words, basically. फिलॉसफी महाराज जी की, वो ये कहना चाह रहे हैं कि जो मुझे समझ में आ रहा है कि रूप ध्यान, प्रत्यक्ष हमने भगवान को तो देखा नहीं है, पर जितने वक्त से मैं देख रही हूँ महाराज जी को, और जो उन्होंने आज किया हुआ है सामने, वो भगवान है मेरे लिए. तो उनका जब मैं रूप ध्यान करती हूँ, मेरा एक बड़ा ऑपरेशन हुआ जीवन में, बहुत ही रिसेंटली, 2 साल ही हुए. आई हैड टू गो थ्रू, ब्रेन ट्यूमर का ऑपरेशन हुआ मेरा. मेरे डॉक्टर ने भी मुझे गारंटी नहीं दी थी मेरे जीवन की, बस मैं महाराज जी का ही रूप ध्यान करके मैं चले गई ऑपरेशन थिएटर में। बस इतना मुझे पता है, 8 घंटे ऑपरेशन चल रहे थे, बस वही थे मेरे मन में। आई वॉज अनकॉन्शियस। तो रूप ध्यान का जो वैल्यू है ना, इससे बड़ा मतलब कुछ नहीं, ऐसे मुझे लगता है।
I am actually attached from a childhood, and my parents were engaged with some of the preachers of Kripalu Maharaj, and eventually I got into that. It was 2001 when I was 5 years old, and it was my first interaction with Kripalu Maharaj, Shri Maharaj Ji, and it was amazing. I cannot forget that. As I have experienced some of the other techniques as well, I really feel Roop Dhyan Sadhana is the best meditation technique that one can have within himself or herself. 3 reasons for that. One is the acceptability. Anyone can do it. There is no limitation, and you can do it wherever, whenever possible. And the third thing is it's more dynamic than others because it has more scenes, and you can have many more you can do with your whoever you believe in. And specifically here it's more systematic than our home, and here you have that environment and the vibes which really push you to do the sadhana systematically, and it gives you the benefits in a more better way.
Wherein different type of Pad Sankirtans and Naam Sankirtans were chanting throughout the day, and we practice as per our Gurudev Roop Dhyan Sadhana, wherein we go in different leelas with our Guru and Hari. Hari means Radha, Krishna both, and with them we enjoy the leelas, and in which we do different types of leelas, like they are doing the seva for their Radha and Krishna. Presidents, Didi, all the 3 Didis, Vishakha Didi, Shyama Didi and Krishna Didi, it is very well managed, and all the parts of the sadhana, like starting from registration, kirtan, then kitchen management, everything is very well managed, and staying at dormitories or at common areas also, and rooms also, it is very well managed, and for everything there is a person defined, and we can go and talk to them, starting from reaching to station and going to station. So all these things are very well managed. I am visualizing many activities are going in our ashrams through the grace of our Gurudev Jagadguru Kripalu Maharaj, wherein many programs are organized every year, and through that we are running 3 schools at Kunda, wherein the education is completely free, and similarly hospitals are being run, wherein medicines and treatments, everything is completely free. Doctors, specialists and doctors are visiting time to time, and people are getting benefited from out of all these activities. Similarly, ashrams are there, and wherein sadhaks are staying at free of cost, and doing the sadhana and bringing their own self improvement.
पिछले कुछ दिनों से आप लोगों का के कार्यक्रम फॉलो कर रही हूँ। आप लोगों के लाइव प्रोग्राम्स, साधना जो होती है, उसके साथ एक जुड़ाव सा महसूस होने लगा है। बहुत अच्छा लगता है। हर रोज़ सेम समय का, उसी वक्त का इंतज़ार रहता है। और ख़ासकर आपके लाइव प्रोग्राम्स जो होते हैं, जैसे तुलसी विवाह और ये सब हमने फॉलो किए, मेरी मदर ने भी फॉलो किए, और हम लोगों को बहुत अच्छा लगा। आप लोगों के भजन, कीर्तन, गाने और डांस, मोर डांस, सब ने हम लोगों का मन मोह लिया। बहुत अच्छा लगता है कार्यक्रम देखकर, और कुछ ऐसी बातें भी हैं जो हम शायद नहीं जानते थे इतने सालों से। नई नई बातें सीखने समझने को मिल रही हैं, और अब एक जुड़ाव सा हो गया है। कोशिश करते हैं कि जब भी फुर्सत हो आप लोगों का कोई प्रोग्राम देख सकें। और मैं आपकी टीम को धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगी, जिन्होंने हम लोगों को इतना जोड़ दिया आपके कार्यक्रमों से जो लाइव देते हैं और जिन लोगों ने हम लोगों के लिए इतनी मेहनत की है, तो हमारी तरफ से उन लोगों के लिए हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं।
Radhe Radhe. My name is Naman Goyal and I'm from Dallas, Texas. Online sadhana has been so beneficial for me and the thousands of other sadhaks who are unable to attend the sadhana shiva in person. With the online sadhana, I've been able to start off my day with live sadhana, which is so beneficial as it allows me to remember Hari Guru throughout the day and allows Maharaj's lectures to guide me in work and in school. I also feel like I'm part of all the festivities and programs that happen in Mankar. Rather than feeling like I'm in a foreign country like the US, I feel like I'm connected and in Mankar celebrating Tulsi Vivaah and Amla Nomi and Diwali with Didis and the other sadhaks. A heartfelt thank you to Didis. They've already done so much for us and their grace is really ever flowing and really doesn't stop. I've gained so much from online sadhana and really hope others are utilizing this amazing gift that these have given to us. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. Thank you Jagadguru Kripalu Parishat Presidents for giving an opportunity to participate in an online sadhana शिविर. बहुत ही अच्छा लगा, घर बैठ के महाराज जी का बहुत लाभ मिला और थैंक यू सो मच ऐसे इवेंट्स ऑर्गेनाइज करने के लिए. इट हेल्प्स अस टू टेक केयर ऑफ आवर लाइफ एंड ऑल्सो पार्टिसिपेट इन साधना अलॉन्ग विद इट. राधे राधे.
Radhe Radhe. Thank you Jagadguru Kripalu Parishat Presidents to giving opportunity to participate in 35-day online sadhana shivir. It was great experience. Thank you.
Radhe Radhe to all the devotees. This time Sharad Purnima Sadhana Shivir has been a online historical sadhana program from Bhakti Dham, and during the live broadcast we used to get to see the 8 basic steps of Root Dhyan that made my Root Dhyan very easier, and also we used to get the pad lines along with its meaning in the JKP WhatsApp group that is formed during the sadhana shivir. So that helped me. I used to listen the bhajan and read the meanings and accordingly form the Root Dhyan. So I didn't have to go and open any book for that. Just sit anywhere and start meditating and do sadhana by reading the pad lines and meaning. And this has been possible only and only due to the grace of Shri Maharaj ji and our pyari pyari didis. So I would like to thank all of them for their uncountable grace. Radhe Radhe.
राधे राधे. रूप ध्यान की जो कीर्तन वगैरह भेजा है बहुत ही उपयोगी है रूप ध्यान साधना के लिए. राधे राधे.
Yeah, it's very good. It's like I'm sitting at my place and as if I'm sitting here in Bhakti Bhavan. I'm getting that connection. So it's very nice. That is really, it's like Didi, Tino Didiya for me, it is like they are Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh of Shri Maharaj ji. Actually में तो दीदी हैं और स्त्री धन तो आपको पता है, और वो जो चला रही हैं तो पता चलता है कि जो सेवा है ना, इतनी पॉजिटिविटी है यहाँ पे. खाना देते वक्त भी मैं तो देख रही हूँ, एक कहावत रहती थी ना कि पेट भर भर के खाओ, पेट पे बांध के भी खाओ. आपको बुरा लगेगा लेकिन मैं देखती हूँ यहाँ पे लोग टिफिन भर भर के लेके जाते हैं और सब सेवा भी मतलब आराम से, नो नेगेटिविटी, ऑल आर जस्ट सर्विंग एंड सर्विंग एंड सर्विंग, यू नो, एंडलेस. मतलब इतना प्यार, मतलब ये तीनों स्त्रियां हैं, यू नो, दे आर लाइक मदर्स. पूरे एकदम माँ के जैसे प्यार दे रहे हैं तीनों. आई वुड से दैट. मैं मतलब बहुत कम बोल रही हूँ, एक्चुअली बहुत ज़्यादा है. दे आर गिविंग too much, and I'm telling you, I'm guaranteeing you, this is going to be, you know, very big more.
The philosophy of Maharaj ji, the whole world is getting benefited, and we all are grateful at him, at his lotus feet for this great gift to us.
तो भगवान कहते हैं तुम जो कुछ रूप बनाओगे मैं उसको असली मान लूंगा, रियायत फल दूंगा असली. जब दर्शन दूंगा तो तुम्हारे आइडिया वाला भगवान नहीं, फिर तो असली मिलेगा तुमको. तुम आइडिया वाले भगवान को सामने खड़ा करके उपासना करो, रोकर आंसू बहाओ, फल दिव्य मिलेगा. ये भगवान की अकारण कृपा है. इसलिए ये नहीं सोचना कि मन माइक है रूप ध्यान माइक होगा वो बेकार गया, बिल्कुल नहीं। लाडली लाल की